I just reheated some food for dinner later. But what was I talking about? Okay, so my cookies. So I made so many that there's a bunch left over. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to these past few days. What have you guys been doing? Have you guys been up to anything new? Because I find it really hard to find things to do during quarantine. This is actually streaming is something that I picked up because I haven't picked it up yet. Okay, let me make that clear. I will stream once in a while if I feel like it, if I'm in the mood, because this is like a lot of work. I don't think I'm an entertainer, but sometimes I just like sharing things with people. So I'll be doing it once in a while if I want to share something with people, but otherwise it's just like whenever I feel like it. But anyway, streaming is something that I picked up during quarantine because it's really hard to connect with people, especially because of COVID, especially because of work from home. It's really hard to just have a chance to chat and see people and interact with people, like say hey, like have someone respond. And yeah, that's something that I'm hoping will change with streaming, like not consistently, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be a good way to spend my time. I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's just something that I'm trying to figure out right now. There's actually a lot of things I don't know about streaming yet. So, like, how to set up like streams that actually look decent. And it's hard because some of these people are really dedicated to streaming. Like they have these like crazy Elgato lights. They have like I don't know, this crazy setup, crazy PC, nice mics, nice headsets, nice everything. But I'm not that committed yet. I just want to check it out. I just want to try it because it seems like it's fun. Um, I wonder how many people have actually tried streaming and decided like, hey, this is something I want to continue to do like for a really really long time, or and like versus how many people have tried it and we're like, it's not for me. Like it's a lot of work, or like I don't have the time, I don't have the money, whatever. Um, yeah. I don't know. I think I'll be if I do end up liking streaming, even if I really really enjoy it. I think the time, like the point where I can actually stream more often, more frequently, is in January, after I move, because once I move, I'll be in Seattle. I'll be in my own place. I'll be in my own room, without my family members around, like peeking in to see what I'm doing, with hopefully better internet. And at that time, after I move, I'll be making my desktop. So I'll be building my PC so that I won't be using a laptop, which is actually currently what I'm using my work laptop, and I hope it's allowed because yeah, that's what I'm using right now. Um, and what else? Like I feel like it'll be a nicer place. Like I'll be in a better mindset because it seems like everything seems fresh. Like when you move, that feeling when you move, and it's just like, oh, like I want to decorate, like I want to make this place feel like home. I want it to feel like it's mine. um yeah, like I feel like that's the feeling that I will get. I'll move there, I'll want to decorate things, I'll want like lights somewhere, I want a plant somewhere, give me a drawer, I don't know, give me some books to decorate, or posters. That's probably something I will do. I don't know what other decorations I should have in my room. They're like key things I want. Definitely a source of light. And maybe a special light. I think it's called seasonal something depression. I don't know. It's basically like a happy light. That light emits like vitamin D, I believe, and it's so that you're getting your dose of vitamin D, or light, or yeah, dopamine, or whatever it is that you need in order to not be sad, because apparently Seattle's really gloomy most, like 90, like 70% of the year. And I'm not used to it because growing up in Miami, it's always sunny, like sunny to the point where I'm sweating, like it's disgusting. My forehead, like my everything is just super super sweaty, right? It's kind of nasty. I shouldn't be sharing this, but yeah, I think that it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a lot gloomier. Um, no, I don't think that's allowed. Mars Mars bar. This is actually a top that I've rediscovered in my closet today. This was actually from like what 7 years ago. I'm not sure if I should donate it. Do you think I should donate this? Our secret. Yeah, you think so? It would be our secret. Yes, I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to donate this shirt. It's I wore this literally 7 years ago. Um, this pattern seems kind of outdated, but I was like, whatever. Like I wore it to see if I would still fit it, and I didn't change out of it yet. Yeah, I might donate it, so you might not see me in this any longer. Um, no, you cannot. Um, yeah, not that kind of Twitch channel. Um, but yeah, I have a lot of pieces of clothing like this, which are like kind of crop tops, and I don't know if I'll be able to wear it in Seattle because it's a lot colder in Seattle. So I feel like I'll have to wear like thicker clothing to warm myself up because I don't know, like I don't know where you're from, but here in Miami it's always hot, so it's okay to wear crop tops. It's okay to wear like spaghetti straps. Um, I don't think it's too revealing, but it's just normal because it's just so hot here and people go to the beach. But I don't know if going to Seattle, like I'll change my outfits. Like maybe I won't wear crop tops as much because Seattle, like it's a lot, like there's no sun, you know. So yeah, if you're from a sunny place just like Florida, you'll totally understand what I'm saying. If you're from a cold place like Washington or New York, then I don't know, maybe you can tell me if this is something that I'll be wearing in the winter. Um, but yeah, I went through a lot of my clothes. I wanted to donate a bunch of them. And I realized that I'm a hoarder. Like, there's just so much clothing. Some of them, like, they don't make sense. Like, they're like twice my size, and they kept on falling off me. Like, these pants that were like, I don't know, it felt like it was double my size. And I stood up, and it just like, it droops down. And I was never that big, so I don't know what happened to the clothing. Like, I don't know if clothes just get stretched when you wash it or like over time. I'm not sure. It was just really, really big. Um, but on the topic of clothing, I think eventually I'll need to buy some new clothes because I'm getting rid of so many. So, any recommendations on cool-ish winter clothes would be nice. I don't even own a winter jacket, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. Like a lot of people have like a winter jacket because it's normal. Um, but I am looking forward to snow things such as snowboarding, like skiing, things like that because I've never had that. Like I've seen snow one time in my life and I love it so much. I love, love, love like the idea of snow. I haven't lived in snow, so I don't know if I hate it yet, but I love the idea of snow. And what I mean by that is like it in movies like Christmas time, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it's snow seems so beautiful and white and crisp, and then you get to like stay indoors with your campfire or like your what's it called, your fireplace. You get to like cozy up with your drink, your marshmallows, and your hot chocolate. Just like snuggle up under a blanket, and that seems amazing. Like the idea of that, just like I want that. I really want that. Um, but I'm not sure if it's like the opposite. Like if it's so cold that you don't want to go outside, you don't want to do anything. Um, yeah, I hope it's not that way. Like maybe at first it'll be a shock. Like maybe the first time I go outside, it'll just be like, oh my god, like I need to go back in. I need like two more jackets. Or maybe I won't go out at all. But I think eventually over time, like in a few months or maybe in a few years, I'll get used to the snow. I'll be okay with it. I'll tolerate it. I know that I'll be using a lot of chapstick because I get chapped lips very easily. Like I go out, I go into like a walk-in freezer because you know my well you don't know, but I know people including my family that have a walk-in freezer. So I walk in for a little bit, I walk out and my lips are chapped already. So Chapstick seems like a definite thing for the cold states. I don't know what other like necessities there are for cold states. Like I guess maybe like I guess when you're in a cold place, people say that you need to keep your head warm, because a lot, I don't know if it's true, a lot of the heat that leaves your body leaves from your head. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why, but I don't know, and also don't know if that's true. But if it is true, I'll be wearing maybe some like cute like earmuffs or a a beanie, perhaps. Um, yeah, and maybe some cute boots because it seems like my toes will fall off. Frostbite is a thing. Thankfully, it doesn't snow too much in Seattle, but I can imagine myself going into the mountains to snowboard because I really like longboarding. So I feel like snowboarding will be my go-to hobby when it is winter. But we'll see because I don't have any like good teachers. I don't know anyone who actually snowboards often. I know one person, but I'm definitely not asking him because that would be strange. Like, hey, can you help me snowboard? So I think that'll snowboarding will probably be my go-to sport when it's winter because what else can you do when it's snowing? Like I'm not sure if there's much to do when it's that cold outside. I also don't even know what cold means in Seattle. Like maybe it's like 60 degrees, maybe it's 40 degrees. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. And which is why I'm so excited because when I move in January, that's already going to be winter. I'm pretty sure I can yeah, that's definitely winter. It's not even fall anymore. It's definitely winter and I'm hoping that I see snow often. I get to like take pictures of the snow, in the snow, around the snow. And it's going to be around the holiday season. So what that means is it feels a little bit more like the Christmas movies that I've seen all my life. You know how sad it is? You know how sad that is? Like growing up in Florida and every Christmas season we see these like Rudolph the Polar Express. Like that's a perfect example. It's like everything is so magical. Everything is so fantastical and like crazy, super crazy. And beautiful and kind of fantasy, like I don't know how else to describe it except like a fantasy. But I don't even get a glimpse of that. Like the first time I saw snow was probably when I was 19. So to be watching that all the time but to not be able to have it, just like, oh, that sucks so bad, so bad. Yeah, but one day I'll be in one of those states, and it'll be a norm for me. It'll be a norm for me to be around snow. Sorry, I've been like playing with this often. Like I don't fidget often, but this is just really nice putty. Like, let me describe this to you for a bit. This putty is from eBay, apparently. It's from eBay. I went to a tech conference and they were giving this out. So eBay, they were hiring for jobs and they gave this out. And it honestly attracted me to them. It attracted me to them, and because I was like, oh, like I'm like a little kid. I'm like, oh, like this is awesome. What is this? This is probably supposed to be sold to like 5-year-olds, but I enjoy it so much. This is not dry. Like this is not ever dry. And I get to like I get to like change what's it called? I get to just like mush it in my hand and it feels so like good. It's not gooey, it's not like goopy. But yeah. Mars bar. No, I haven't changed my mind. It's not allowed here. Is this what you ask for often? I mean, it's a bit forward of you. Yeah, it is a bit forward of you. Um, but I mean, I'm down to chat. I'm down to talk. Feel free to talk. I love chatting with people, and I love seeing people's facial reactions and like body language, and it sucks. Like it would be so awesome if uh if you can actually talk to other, like the people in your chat via video, kind of like a Skype call, but like with, I guess, lots of people, and like actually converse with them in that way, so you can see like body language, you can see like what they're doing, what they're smiling, like what they enjoy, like you can make eye contact. That'd be really nice. Sorry, Mars Bell, not happening. uh yeah, so that would be really cool. And I think something similar is Teams, because Microsoft Teams has the option to put everyone in the same like meeting room. So everyone, it looks like they're in like this Teams call makes it look like everyone's in an auditorium, and you're chatting, like people's faces are there, like just their faces, not even their neck, it's just their faces, and it's like 50 faces in this like fake auditorium. Um, yeah, in this big auditorium, and like it's just very strange because that's like the type of auditorium that was in my school. Like very strange, very strange. No bodies, floating heads. It kind of makes me actually feel like people are closer to me, like physically, but it's just very weird, like just floating, moving heads. Oh, thank you, Mars Bell. Yeah, I try to be positive. I like being positive because like that, me being positive, whether or not I actually feel positive, makes me feel better in the end of the day. So like even if I'm feeling kind of gloomy and I try to be positive, in the end of the day I'll just be positive because yeah, like that's where my mindset is at. It also is nice because it makes other people more positive, I think. Like I'm not, like it sounds like I'm preaching like be positive. Like no, that's not like what I'm trying to preach. It's just I enjoy being happy, I enjoy smiling, I enjoy talking to people, I enjoy talking to myself too, to be honest. Yeah, I talk to myself sometimes when I'm like getting ready for the day. I put my clothes on. I'm just like, yeah, like this looks good. I hype myself up before like big presentations. Like if I have to make a big presentation to like my manager and my manager's manager, I kind of like just like I kind of just breathe in, I breathe out. I tell myself like I've got this. I'm qualified. I'm competent. I'm smart. Like I got this. I got this. And I'm trying to do the same for other people because I do that for myself, but I don't really do that for other people. Not because I don't want to, but because I'm not used to like lifting other people up. Um, which is a skill. Honestly, it's a skill. Being able to, like, when someone is sad or like down or just like normal, if someone's normal, like being able to bring them up to like a higher, like, I don't know, a more like elevated state of mind. Yeah, these sound like buzzwords. Elevated state of mind. I'm pretty sure I've seen those in YouTube videos before. Um, but uh, yeah, yeah. I watched some YouTube videos of motivational speakers. I don't think I'm it, but like I enjoy listening to it, and I think that makes me more positive. It also makes me more positive to meditate, which I haven't been doing often. But meditating has helped me fall asleep more often. Like I do, I do sleeping meditations because I have a hard time falling asleep. Because I'm so active at night. It's like 4:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm just like on TikTok, or I'm just on YouTube or on Twitch watching people stream, and I just can't fall asleep. And it's because I've had like my mind is just racing. I'm thinking about one thing, I'm thinking about something else, and it makes me want to like Google that or search for that person or like just message someone else. And at the end of the day, like I end up sleeping so late. Like I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me really often, and I feel guilty when I wake up. But even though I feel guilty when I wake up, I don't do anything about it. Like I don't actually like think, hey, like you felt guilty for sleeping so late like yesterday. Why don't you sleep a little earlier? I know I should, but I can't bring myself to actually do it. You get what I mean? Like I know that I should sleep earlier cuz tomorrow's Monday. I have work tomorrow, but I don't want to. Like it like I feel like I have so much to do. I feel like I have so much energy, and I feel like this at this point in time at 3 a.m. in the morning is when I can clean my room, and it's when I can message everyone I know and ask them what's up and tell them about this cool thing I discovered today. Um, or like look up some crazy business idea that's like, I don't know, created from a mad scientist that I want to replicate in my own home. I don't know, crazy things like that. um yeah, but a lot of my friends are night owls. So many people are night owls, and I feel like uh yeah, it's not just a me problem. That makes me feel a little better, honestly, knowing that it's not just a me problem, that everyone faces it. But slowly, eventually, I'll be sleeping a little earlier, so I can function like a normal human being. Um, but as of right now, because I'm working remotely, it actually works to my advantage. Right now, I'm on the East Coast. The people I work with are on the West Coast, so there's a 3 hour difference. So when I wake up at like 9, it's like 6 a.m. for them. If I wake up at 12, it's 9 a.m. for them, which is still pretty early. I don't wake up super crazy late, but I don't wake up super early either. So yeah, it actually works out really, really well. But when I moved to Seattle and everyone's in the same time zone, like some of my coworkers actually wake up really early. I see them awake at like 7 a.m. Like, for what? What are you doing at 7 a.m.? Um, yeah, but I can't imagine waking up that early. And I was kind of spoiled because in this company that I work for, when I interned there I was on a team that just happened to work later. They happened to work at like 10 a.m. That's when they got into the office. So it was okay for me as an intern to go there at 10 a.m. But this team is so different. It's like the complete opposite. They get up so early, and I feel like there's this expectation for me to get up early as well. So eventually I need to like force myself to be a morning person. Um, and I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe it's with coffee. I really like coffee. I tea is whatever. Like, okay, there's this debate, I know, like tea versus coffee, but I prefer coffee more, and I like tea occasionally when it's like very unique in taste. It's not like green tea, black tea. Like if it's like a lemon ginger punch, uh, then I'll drink the tea, or like a cranberry orange tropical mix. Then I'll drink the tea. But otherwise, I like coffee. I don't like coffee black because it's a little too bitter for me. But I like coffee with milk, or with creamer. No sugar. I think coffee's fine without sugar. Um, but yeah, that's how I like it. But it's my issue is that I love coffee, but I don't want to make it. So when I want to drink coffee, I either go to my best friend who works at Starbucks and just hooks it up with whatever drink I want, or I have someone make it for me, and that someone is sometimes my family members, or like sometimes my roommate who is already making coffee, like, hey, can you make some more for me? And that is so nice, so convenient to live with someone else. That's probably one of the reasons why. No, that definitely is one of the reasons why I don't want to live alone. Because first, like, it's lonely living alone. Like, you can't talk to anyone when you come home, or like when something happens, or when you're scared, like you hear some like weird noises. You can't talk to anyone. But when you do live with someone, like you can chat with them. You can like cook together, which is, oh, my favorite thing, cooking together. I love food so much, so being able to like eat someone else's food and have them eat my food, and like share food and like share snacks and share drinks, like, makes me so happy. So you so like I have to make sure that whoever I live with is down for that, which I'm happy she is, because I already know who my roommate is, and she's the most amazing person. She's so kind, she's so like, she shares all the time, and like I love sharing with her, and we go back since like high school actually. She's already moved, and I can't wait to move in. My room is ready. My room is empty. Like, I'm not gonna have anything at all when I'm in the room. Like, no desk, no chair, no, I don't know, bed frame. The only thing I do have is is a mattress, which is also a crazy story. Okay, so let me tell you how I got this free mattress. It's not just any mattress. It is like a, what is this? Like a, hey J Money, what's up? What's up? So I'm just about to tell the story of how I got this free amazing mattress. So I'm in the Grace Hopper conference, which is basically like a conference for women in tech, because I'm in the tech field. So I got this free mattress by I think it was it Casper mattress. They had this contest, and they're like, hey, you know, like, tell us what you're super excited for in this conference, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. Okay, I'm from Miami, J Money. Where are you from? Are you also from Florida? I'm actually excited to meet some more people from Florida, or anywhere, honestly. So Casper has this contest, and I enter it. I go on Instagram, and I'm like, yeah, I'm super excited. Like everyone else, like just put their name. They're like, yeah, I want to win the mattress. But I'm like, no, like I am going to win this mattress. And let me tell you, like, let me just tell you exactly what I'm excited for. Like, I'm so excited. You're from Rome? What? I've never met anyone from Rome before. That's so cool. What time is it in Rome? It is exactly 9:48 p.m. right now. Yeah, it must be, I guess it's like morning or afternoon for you, right? Is that correct? Cuz like you're on the other side. So I'm assuming it is cuz yeah. But that's super interesting. My first friend from Rome. Okay, it's 3:48. Is this AM or PM? I think it's PM, right? I assume. That's so cool. um, I don't know many international people. Most of the people I know internationally uh, are like in China because that's my family members. But I don't know any friends from out of the country. So that's really cool. I don't know if I should count Canada as out of the country because I'm from the US, but Canada is so close to us that I feel like it's not like super different. Like Canadians and Americans are like kind of similar in their like culture a little bit and like the language. But I think it's very, very cool and very unique when someone is out of the country because they get different perspectives. Like, for example, when I go to China, like, things are so different. Things are so different. Like, the language is different and, like, the habits, like, like what people eat are different. And I know some Chinese, I know some Cantonese, but when I go there, I feel like a kindergartner. Like I feel like I can't speak because like my Chinese is so basic. Like people are having these like complex conversations and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, like how's your day? How's the weather? It's kind of sunny." You know, like it's, "Oh, what? It's so late. No way." So, it is 3:48 a.m. and that is all the way in Rome. Okay. What are you doing up so late? Are you doing anything right now? Or did you just finish something? I'm asking because I stay up super late as well, like so late, and I spend like I waste my time on like TikTok, mostly on TikTok. On TikToks that are not even that cool. Like I waste on my time on TikToks that are like, oh, people dancing, whatever. Like, I don't think it's super interesting. I don't follow them, but it's so addicting. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so addicting to just keep on scrolling. It's dangerous, honestly. It's like stealing my sleep. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Do you have anything to do? Oh, you can't sleep. I mean, if you don't have any responsibilities tomorrow, then maybe it's okay for you to sleep in because if you have nothing to do, then you can just relax because it's not like you have to meet someone or it's not like you have to go to work. But if you do have to go to work, then I guess that would be a problem, right? I have work tomorrow at 9 a.m., but I still have some time right now, so it's okay. It's not too late. It's really hard when I can't sleep. I always wonder, like, should I take some melatonin? Like, do you know the melatonin gummies or the melatonin pill tablets that you can take? I try not to take them because I don't want to become dependent on it. Oh, you just have to relax. That's good. Yeah, if you're just relaxing, then it's okay if you sleep late, I guess, because I I do that all the time, and I just sleep in, and I still have energy tomorrow, which is good. But the melatonin gummies, I use it sometimes when I have something important, like if I have to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow, or if I have to go to the airport tomorrow, and I can't sleep, then oh my gosh, I take a melatonin pill and it knocks me out. Like I don't know if it's just a placebo effect, like oh sorry, placebo, placebo effect, but I feel like when I take the melatonin pill, it just like knocks me out in like 5 minutes, in 10 minutes. um, J Money, how has your day been? Have you guys been? Well, have you been doing anything today that wore you out? Any exercise? Because when I exercise, I cannot sleep either. There's so many things that prevent me from sleeping. Like, okay, exercise prevents me from sleeping. Watching videos prevent me from sleeping. Video games prevent, like everything in the world is out to get me. Like everything is just telling me don't sleep yet. Don't sleep until it's like 6 a.m. What time do you usually fall asleep? I know I fall asleep. Recently it's been like 4 a.m. that I fall asleep. So around your time right now. Um but yeah, it's been around 4 a.m. But if I have work, then I try to sleep around like 2 or 3 a.m. something like that, because yeah, otherwise I'm a zombie. I cannot function. Yeah, it's also hard because since I have not moved yet. I'm living with my family for now until January, and they know exactly when I sleep, like, or when I don't fall asleep. Um, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. I would love to visit Rome. Like, if it wasn't for the coronavirus, I had this. Okay, so let me tell you. I graduated in December, and I had this big, big, big graduation trip planned. I was going to go to Europe, and I was going to go to Asia. I was going to go to so many countries, and it was going to be about like a 2 to 3 month trip. Uh, and it got canceled because in February, all that stuff with the coronavirus. But I would love to visit Rome. Like, it from the pictures, it seems beautiful. But the places that I really, really want to go to are the places that are not tourist areas. Like, I would love to go to the markets. I would love to go to the local restaurants. I would love to like I guess see where the local pubs are, see the museums, but I don't know many of those places because a lot of places that people recommend in Rome are tourist areas. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, I really think that there's some like really nice restaurants there, but I don't know where they are. So maybe if I go to Rome, I'll hit you up so that you can show me where all the good and the good food is. Um, yeah, yeah. But other than that, I think some Asian countries that I want to go to are Thailand, because the food is delicious. Oh yeah, the food in Rome is delicious. Is there a specific meal that you like in restaurants, or like everyday food that you enjoy? Maybe I can look it up. Maybe I can look it up so I can see what I'm missing out on, and it'll convince me to travel. um, yeah, I want to go to Thailand for the food. The street food is amazing. Have you heard of Thailand street food? There's like crazy things like chicken kebabs on like a stick. There's like fried cheese, fried egg. There's this like crazy rice pastry. There's a omelet with like loaded with stuff that you sandwich in between bread. It amazing, amazing. Carbonara. Wait, are you talking about the same carbonara that Americans talk about? Carbonara. We have that in a lot of Italian restaurants. Am I pronouncing it correct? Carbonara. Yeah, yeah. If we're talking about the same thing, then like spaghetti, right? Spaghetti with like meat usually. I'm not sure if it's always meat, but I think usually in Italian restaurants in America, they serve it with meat. No, it's not it. Carbonara something different? Am I saying it correctly? Carbonara or carbonara? Carbonara, carbonara. Egg. What? There's an egg carbonara? Let me look it up. That's so crazy. I think we've been brainwashed as Americans to think of like carbonaras as just Italian food, like basic Italian food. um, let's see. I'm looking up carbonara egg, and it's still showing up carbonara pasta. This is so crazy. Carbonara eggs sound delicious. You know, eggs are one of my favorite things to eat. I know it's so basic. My dad is a chef, and he's like, oh, you know, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I want to eat egg. And he's like, are you serious? I can make anything for you. I can make some like deep fried chicken. I can make some ribs. I can make some pork. I can make some rice. And you just want eggs? But it's because I love eggs. Like, I don't know why. It's so tasty to me. Oh. Oh. You know, I would love to try it, but you know, the restaurants in America are not that good. Like they have very basic things. Like for example, I'm sure the carbonara here is just like the most simple ingredients, and it's not like because it's a chain restaurant. Like there's like hundreds all around the U.S., maybe thousands. It's not something that people like chefs actually like pour their heart into. It's something that's just like, oh, you know, follow the recipe and make it for the customer. But like I want to go to a local place that actually like with a chef that knows what he's doing, that has been working there for years, that has fresh ingredients, that puts like time and effort into creating like the most like delicious carbonara for you. Like, oh my gosh, that's what I want. That's what I want. I just want good food. I will pay a lot of money for good food because that's worth it to me. That's how I want to spend my money. Yeah, they are fake, right? Oh my gosh, have you seen it? Okay, so we have some Italian restaurants we have is Olive Garden. If you look up Olive Garden and you look at their menu, like oh my gosh, it's not good. I've only been there like once or twice in my life because it's so like it's trash. You can taste it. It's not very flavorful. But the only thing that is really good there is their breadsticks. Do you like breadsticks? Because I love breadsticks, and that's the only thing that is good in the restaurant. The only thing that is good are the breadsticks because they put so much garlic on it and so much oil that like it's amazing. It's hard to be bad when it's just bread, garlic, and oil. Let me see. Yeah, it is expensive. It's crazy. Like, if the food is not good, how can you charge people so much money? I don't understand. It's like, I feel like I'm being scammed. When I go there, I feel like I'm being scammed for, like, a cheap meal. For that same price, I can definitely get something better, something healthier, something tastier, somewhere else. But it's really hard to find a good Italian place because in Miami, like because I live in Miami, it's mostly Hispanic people here. Like a lot of Cubans, a lot of like Venezuelans, a lot of like people all over like Latin America, South America. So there's not many Italian, like there's not Italian food here at all really. I know like one small restaurant, but I think they're closed right now. But it's a shame because we don't have many Italian restaurants that are good. Some of the Cuban restaurants though are really good because we have so many Cubans here that they have like their own little shops, their own little place, like their own cafes or their own restaurants, and they make everything and it's so delicious. You know, Cubans actually use so much like flavor in their ingredients, and it comes out a little salty for me sometimes, but it's very, very good. No way! You're coming to Miami? Are you being serious? Wait, so like for vacation? Because everyone comes to Miami for like the beaches. But yeah. Are you coming eventually for the beach or just to, I don't know, just to explore Florida? We have Everglades. We have, like I said, good Cuban food. We have, oh, if you go up a little, there's Disney World. If you like Disney, there's Universal Orlando. If you like rides, you don't know when, Yeah, let me know when. Like, whenever you come, let me know. I have so many recommendations. Miami is very different. I don't think I've been to any place in my life that is similar to Miami, because the culture is just crazy. Like, it's different. People like think differently here. And I think that I'm sure it's super different from Rome. It's very different from Rome. But I think you'll have a good time. Are you not sure because of the coronavirus, like all that's happening with the pandemic, or are you not sure because it's just like you haven't planned it yet? It's really hard for me to plan trips because when it's more than one person, like when it's with my family or when it's with my friends, things get complicated. Like, some people want something from the trip, like I want something else from the trip. Like, maybe they're concerned about maybe they're concerned about money, but maybe I'm concerned about like going to like restaurants, or maybe someone else is concerned about like going to museums. Oh my gosh, it's so hard planning a trip that usually it's easier to travel by myself. When I travel by myself, it's not a problem. Um, oh my gosh. The women in Miami are really beautiful because I think Miami just has a culture of like caring for their looks, and I guess like people do their nails often. People like actually, like, I feel like people in Miami put a little more effort into their looks than I guess other places in the US. And that's not everybody. Like, I'm not saying this is like what everybody does, but I think I've noticed that my friends, they like to dress nicer. They like to wear like heels. They like to like have nicer clothing, put their makeup on, their nails. You know, they care a little more. Yeah, and the beach is also really nice because the have you do you have I guess do you have beaches nearby where you live? Because the beaches here are really really nice, but it can be really really packed because everyone wants to go to Miami Beach. But you know, it's hard when everyone wants the same thing. It's like very packed. Like, there's a lot of people on the beaches. So it's hard to find a place that's like secluded, that has less people, because everyone's at the beach. Everyone's having a good time at the beach. Which I can't blame them. The beaches are nice. And there's so many things to do at the beach. There's like, you can go swimming, you can go kayaking, scuba diving, you can go on a boat. Oh, thank you, J Money. I appreciate it. That's so sweet. Um, yeah, that's very kind of you. I love going on a boat because we have a boat, and I love like when you drive a boat fast, like the wind just like rushes through your hair, and it feels so nice. The sun is just shining down on you. Your skin feels warm. Your it's like wet from the water spraying at you. It's just a really really nice experience to be on a boat, but it's just hard to do because you know people are busy, or like it's just hard to go on the boat. But I love being on the boat. Um, and something else is that like I like being on the beach, but not too deep in the water because I can't swim. I can't swim because I got like a little I got kind of scared when I was young, and so it's kind of ironic. I live in Miami, but I can't swim very well. I can float, but I can't swim. But anyway, yeah, I the beaches in Rome aren't good. Really, like, why is it not good? Is it because it's small, or because it's too crowded, or because it's far away? Like, um, you're right. I've never heard anybody talk about the beaches in Rome. So I assume that it's because it's not like something that's like wow, like crazy. Um, yeah, yeah. I would rather not go to a beach than go to a beach that's really bad. Um, because I feel like it's a lot of effort. Like, you get changed into your swimsuit and you have your towel and your family here, but like the beach is like not very nice, then I feel like it's a waste of time. Oh, it's dirty. What? It's dirty. That okay, I will not go to a dirty beach. I think that's one thing that is a big no-no for me because like you don't even want to get in. Like, if the water is dirty, why would you want to step into dirty water? No, no, no. so I would rather go to a pool instead. Maybe is that an option for you? Like, do people have pools in Rome? A lot of people here have pools. My neighbor actually, they built a big pool, a swimming pool with a jacuzzi, and it took like 2 months to make. So a lot of people have pools here. Let me see. In southern Italy, we have some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Really? Oh my gosh. Wow, I'll have to check it out. There's some beaches that have sand that are so white and it's like powder. It's like powder. It's like sugar or water. It's so like different. It's so fine because the beaches in Miami have sand that are like kind of grainy. Like you step, it's like sand, normal sand. But there's some places that it's like you're stepping on powder and like your feet sinks in and it's so white and it's like seashells everywhere. That's the kind of beach I want to go to. Miami Beach is starting to get a little more polluted. It's not dirty. Like Miami Beach isn't like super dirty. It's just like sometimes people leave like trash and like other people have to pick it up. So that's the downside. That's the downside of having so many people come to Miami Beach because like when there's so many people, not everybody is like respectful of the beach. Rome is beautiful for the city, not for the sea. That's true. Yeah. People do love Rome because of like all like the historical reasons, right? Like there's a lot of history in Rome, but I've never heard not a single person talk about Rome's beach. You're the first person who I've met who mentioned that Rome even has a beach, and you even say that it's not nice. So that's not a very convincing reason to go to Rome's beach. But I still want to go to Rome for different reasons other than the beach. Yeah. I think if I'm in the area anyway, like in Italy anyway, then I might as well check out the beaches there because that seems like something that I'll enjoy more. Or if I can get like a nice hotel, a nice Airbnb, I would be okay with going to the pool too. I like the pool, but it's just not super like it doesn't feel like lavish to me because a pool is just like literally a hole with water, right? A hole with water. But a beach is different. It's like endless. Like you cannot see the end of the beach and it's like wildlife everywhere, like fish, like schools of fish everywhere. It's so different. It's like more of an adventure. But a pool is literally a hole with water. Oh, wait, you are you saying that Rome is the most beautiful city in the world? I believe it. I just don't know why yet. I want to see it for myself, but I believe that it is the most beautiful city in the world because there's so much that has happened there. There's so much history and there's so many things to do. So many shops. Lots of shops. I know that people go shopping there a lot. So maybe that's something that I'll check out. Whenever I go to Rome. So who knows when that will be because of like the travel restrictions and everything. I don't know when I'll be able to actually leave the country. I mentioned to you that I had a graduation trip and that got canceled. So eventually I'm going to make it up for sure. I'm going to make it up and yeah, when I do, I'll be in Europe, I'll be in Asia, I'll be all over it. For a few months at least. And beautiful guys. I don't know about that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just I've never met any guys from Rome. So I don't know. I guess I will see for myself when I go there. Yeah, most of the people I'm surrounded by are Hispanics. I think they're very good looking. But I don't really know about like other countries. But I'm sure the guys there are also good looking. I think that I've seen like the only things I've seen are like from movies, but like people who play movies from Rome are usually just Americans that like are actors that make it seem like they're from Rome, but they're just actors. They're not like actually from Rome, so I don't know. Do you like traveling a lot? It seems like you do like traveling a lot since you're talking about Miami, you're talking about like different places in Rome, in Italy. Do you like traveling? I love traveling. I just need to find the time for it. Finding the time is the hardest part. Yeah. um, I think if I were to not have a full time job, that is the one thing that I would love to do. Like, traveling for a living would be so great. Like, oh my gosh, it makes me happy thinking about it because can you imagine just not having a care in the world, just like exploring different places, meeting different people, like trying different foods and like seeing like, hey, like what is this crazy like monument that this one specific city is known for, or what is this like crazy world renowned chef that everybody says that I have to try, or maybe like I don't know, the a famous author lives there. Can you like, wow, that would be amazing. It's just really hard because some people who are like bloggers and vloggers, people who actually like travel a lot, like I don't know how sustainable that is. Um, like, can you literally like travel for the rest of your life, or is this just a career for like 5 years, 10 years of your life? Oh, you okay? So how was London for you? I actually have some family in London, but I haven't been. London seems really cool. The accent is very funny. So when you learn English, do you now have like a English accent because you learned English in London, or do you feel like your accent is more like American, or like is it because like you're from Rome, you have a different accent? I think accents are interesting because they make people like the way people speak, like it's a little unique. Everyone speaks in their with their own different like flavor. It's like maybe people roll their tongues. Sometimes people like skip words. I don't know. It makes like you kind of like mold the language to how like all of the experiences that have shaped you. So if you're from Rome and then you lived in London for a bit to learn English, it's probably like a mix of those two, right? Oh, what? You have an English accent? That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. I think English accents are really cool. I haven't met anyone in real life with an English accent, but I've seen a lot of movies where people have English accents, and I think they're so interesting. I've tried to like fake an English accent, and I just sound so dumb. Like it doesn't sound normal to me. um, Nothing is understood. What? Are you saying that your English is not very good? I mean, it's really hard because learning a new language is just very difficult. Like especially to get the pronunciation correct. Like there's some small things that you have to like tweak so that like actually like other people can understand you. We an Englishman speaks when an Englishman. Oh, yeah. The slang is different. I think they have different slang. Like, what is it? Do you know any English slang? Because nothing's coming to mind right now. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind. I know they have slang, but I don't watch enough movies to know what kind of slang people use. In England, sister is sister. In America, sister is sister. In England, sister is sister. Sister. Oh my gosh. Hey, sister. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Am I saying it correct? So they just like cut off the R, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. Someone. 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 Yeah, I'm just with my mom. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I assume that if sister is sister, then brother is brother. 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 Is that how it is? um oh, broda. Broda? With like the letter D, so broda. Broda. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. um okay, okay, brother. Brother. Okay. That's so weird. They just kind of like cut off the last letter. So is that so when you say sister and when you say brother, do you say sister or do you say sister? Do you say brother or do you say brother? Oh my gosh, Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right. I totally forgot. Harry Potter and all their accents. Harry Potter. Oh my gosh. Um Oh my gosh, I think that is so funny. Like being able, like having someone who's actually English in America is actually really rare. Like I guess people don't visit too often from London. I don't know why, which is probably why I haven't heard the accent before in real life, only in movies. But weird. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. Um, Something else that's weird is I think they drink tea with a lot of their meals, right? Like breakfast with tea, lunch with tea, dinner with tea. Is that correct? I don't know. Maybe it's just a stereotype, but I heard that English people drink tea a lot. Tea with like their crumpets and their like crackers and their jam. um yeah, yeah, I they also have this um do you know what I'm talking about? It's like this jam that is salty. It's like in a container and people put it on bread. It's like savory, it's like salty, I think. I've never tried it before. It's brown. It's brown and it's salty. Um yeah, they drink tea all the time. Yeah, so I guess the stereotype is correct. But anyway, yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? It's a spread that I don't know if it's like a glass container or like maybe a metal container, but it's probably pretty cheap. Um, it's brown, like dark brown, and I think it's salty. You know? Do you know what I'm talking about? I think I saw it somewhere that English people eat that a lot, and it tastes funny. Like I haven't tried it myself, but people say it tastes funny. But to English people, it tastes normal. It's something that's like very tasty. Um, oh, really? Is that true? I didn't know. I thought like people in like most of the people in London were English. So what's the case? If most of them are not English, then what kind of people are they, or like where are they from? Um, yeah, right. Um, I would love to visit. The one thing that is always on my mind when I think about London is the red telephone booths. Is it true? Is it true that there are red telephone booths everywhere? Is that true? And also, if it is true, do people actually use those for phones? Because, I have a cell phone, you have a cell phone, like almost everybody has a cell phone. Do people use those telephone booths anymore? Oh, Italian and Spanish. What? I mean, yeah, I guess it's like close to like Italy and Spain, but wow, I didn't know that. I thought like most people were English in London. Like that just made sense to me. Ah, okay, okay. Now I know. So are the sorry, are the Spanish and Italian people, are they visitors or do they live in London? Like do they actually live there? People from all over the world. Yeah, London's actually really great. Like it's a really great place, and I can see why so many tourists go there. Because like it's very unique. It's very different than many other places. And honestly, like if I could, I would visit too. I might as well visit. I might as well visit because I have family there too. Like it's not my close family, but it's like extended family. So I guess I have more of a reason to go visit, and it's a little less of a culture shock because I think they're closer to Americans than if I were to go to Spain or if I were to go to like Italy. It's a little closer to Americans. Let me see. Oh, okay, okay. So people from all over. So they live there. Do so the people who live there, like they have to learn English, right? Because um do does London have like a second language? Because I know in Miami most people speak English, but if you don't speak English, it's okay if you speak Spanish. Like a lot of people speak Spanish, so it's okay. So in London, like how is it? If you don't speak English, can people be accommodating? Can people actually like communicate with you, or do you have to learn English? Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Like it's really hard because when you move to a different place and you don't know the language, it's really hard to communicate, so it forces you to learn that language, like whatever the main language is. Like for example, if I move to like Barcelona, I'm pretty sure my like Spanish and my Catalan needs to like ramp up because everyone speaks Spanish there. Okay, okay. So if it's only English and they have no second language, then yeah, everyone probably speaks English. So that makes sense. What about you? So what kind of languages do you speak? Because I know that you lived in London. Your English is very good. Like, what other languages do you speak? How many do you speak? Maybe you speak two. It seems like you speak two, or maybe three. I don't know. That'd be really impressive if you speak three. Ah, okay, okay. But in school, do they make you learn a different language? In school, like we in America, we speak English, but in school, they forced me to, like, they didn't force me, but I had to take a language course so I can learn Spanish as well. It's required. Like, I didn't have an option to not take a second language. So I was learning two languages in school, English and Spanish. And at home, when I was with my family, like I speak Chinese. I speak Cantonese because that's what my family speaks. So I know three languages. My Spanish can be a little better. To be honest, it can be a lot better. But I enjoy speaking it. I enjoy it a lot, and it's just very hard to practice because I don't use it every day. But my English and my Cantonese are pretty good. Ah, Spanish. No one speaks English. Oh my gosh, are you saying that if I go to Italy, I'm going to have a hard time? I'm going to have a hard time like talking to people. I think maybe having someone who speaks Italian or Spanish will help, right? Um, I need some more Italian friends because otherwise I will be so lost and no one's going to understand me, and it's going to be so scary. Can you imagine being lost in a country that you're new in and you don't know the language? Like, I would be so scared. Yeah. Okay, somebody speaks English. Some people. Okay. That's good. That's reassuring. At least I won't be completely alone. If I was completely alone, no, 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 no. Maybe I would be in a tour group. Maybe that would be the move. If I tour with some people, maybe that will be okay. Because I guess if I tour, I assume some people speak English and they understand, like, hey, this tour group is supposed to be here at like 7 p.m. Like, I feel a little less nervous going with a tour group. Okay, so not all people speak English. Okay. So when you grew up, they don't require you to learn English. That's crazy because I know a lot of places, like in China, some places in South America, they require you to learn English when you're in elementary school, middle school, high school. It's required because I guess English is such a universal language that is required. But I'm surprised that they don't require it. I guess they're less strict. But I'm actually very thankful that I was forced to speak Spanish because I was forced to speak Spanish and learn Spanish when I was young. It's actually something that I love. Like, I love, like, it's made me appreciate Latin culture a lot more, and it like helps me understand my friends when they're speaking. Like, when I go over to my friend's house and their mom or their dad is talking to me, I at least understand them and I can speak back. I can understand more than I can speak. But at the very least, like, I can communicate with their family because a lot of people are immigrants. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. ¿Y tú? Oh my gosh, you know Spanish? Or is Italian very similar? You're getting me excited. Is this a Spanish lesson? Yeah, Italian's very similar to Spanish, so you probably understand a lot of Spanish, right? Okay. Let me try to think. I think my friend taught me one word in Italian. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. My gosh. But that's so cool that you learn that you know a lot of Spanish. So you basically know three languages: Italian, English, and basically Spanish. um, yeah, Italian would be really cool to learn. I think once I master Spanish, then maybe I can move on to Italian. Because otherwise, I don't think I can jump to Italian before learning Spanish. I think Spanish is the next step. Oh, what is that? J Money e bello. Are you saying that J Money is good looking? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so tell me if I'm correct. J Money e bello is kind of similar to J Money es bello, right? Well, I don't know. I hope so. It sounds so similar. If I'm wrong, then I'm so confused. But I'm glad it's correct. Okay. Um, wow, this is so exciting. Okay, so Italian is so similar to Spanish that I feel like if you type out some words that are like kind of similar, I can probably like decipher it. Using context clues and stuff. Um, oh, but it's not be. I don't know how to say this. Beglio, beglio, bello. Oh, this is hard. This is so hard. Man. Belio. Bello. Belio. I wish I could hear you. I wish I could hear you talking because it would make my learning a lot easier. Bel. It's not like Spanish. Oh. Belio. Belio? Belio. It's not like Spanish. Oh my gosh, the Spanish is messing me up. Okay. Is there another word? No? Okay. You have to teach me. If I'm saying it wrong, tell me so that I don't continue saying it wrong. But at least I understand the meaning. Like I might not be able to pronounce it, but I think I understand the meaning of the word. Spanish and Italian are similar. Yeah, it really is. So does that mean that, like, I guess what other words are, I guess, Spanish sounding do you know? Because bello sounds like bello, or like bello sounds like bello. Try again, man. You won't give me a pass. Rough teacher. Okay. Bello. 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 Oh, I feel like. Oh, you know what? Great. Yes. Oh my gosh, I got it. Okay. Wow. This is so exciting. My first Italian word. That's like literally the first time I've ever tried pronouncing Italian, because I don't know I don't have any Italian friends, and some of my friends are trying to learn Italian, but it's different because they're using like an app, and I don't know how good the app is. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Yeah, I might be encouraged more if I guess how much Italian do you say sounds like Spanish? Like 80% is like Spanish, or like 50% is like Spanish? Is there like how much of the Italian language is similar to Spanish? I hope it's a lot. If there's a lot of overlap, then it's gonna be a lot easier. But that makes a lot of sense because the people that I know who are trying to learn Italian are Spanish speakers already. So it makes sense that the people who already know Spanish are learning Italian. But yeah, it makes sense. Those are the like universal what is it called? Like Latin languages. So Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Latin. I don't know what else. 40%. 40% is a lot. It's a lot. I wish it was at least 50%, but you know what? It's okay. 40% is good. That's already like a good chunk of the vocabulary. Yeah, but I don't know. Do you know what the love languages are? It's Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Latin, and I think there's one more. There's one more, but I can't remember it. Let me know if you know, because I think I feel like I should know this because people have taught me, but I just can't remember. Yeah. I think I'm surprised because you say that you learned English when you were in London for 1 year, but your English is really, really, really good. At least like typing, your English is really good. Like your grammar and like the way you spell things, like it's all correct. So how did you learn all this in a year? Like you say that you didn't learn it in school. So how did you, in 1 year, spending 1 year in London, how did you learn such great English? I think it's very hard. So I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Um, I do know that English is kind of easy to pick up. I think, I don't know. I think I'm biased because I'm born in the United States, so of course I will say that English is easy to pick up. But maybe it's not too easy. Maybe it's hard. I don't know. What do you mean? Why do you say it's not good? Your English, okay. So I don't know how you're speaking English, but the way you type is very, very good. So I think your grammar is good and your spelling is good, and you I guess like there's no like mistakes. So do you feel like it's different, like it's harder to speak it, like to pronounce English? Is that what it is? Is that the problem? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. When people are like, I think when people put an effort into learning a language, they can learn really fast. But if you're being forced to learn, then you learn a little slower. But if you actually like from the inside you want to learn, then it would be a lot easier. Yeah, it's hard. Pronouncing is really hard. It's, you kind of saw me try to pronounce Italian. You're probably laughing at me, but it's very, very hard. It's not natural. Like sometimes it's not natural for my tongue to move in a certain way. Like for example, you know how in Spanish they have like the double R sound, right? Like um, let me think. Carro, right? Carro. Like the R sound. Sometimes I can do it. Most of the time I can do it. I can do it like 80% of the time. But sometimes I like miss it and it sounds weird. So like carro or rojo. Um, so like it's not natural for my tongue to move that way. It's not normal. So I have to actually like think about it. I have to actually practice it in order for me to do it. Italian is more difficult? Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. But I hope this doesn't mean that I'm not able to learn it. But you know what I mean, right? Sometimes it's not natural for your like brain to think a certain way, or to like speak a certain way, you know. I think one of the hardest languages is probably German or Russian. German and Russian are very hard to learn because it's like very, very rough, right? Like it's like very strong sounds. Um, like I don't know any words, but it's very like they use like the back of the throat, and it's like it's like it seems like you're like angry and you're screaming. That's a stereotype, at least the fact that like Germans sound like they're screaming. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if they're always angry, but to me they sound like they're always angry. um, yeah, yeah, but German is it seems like it's really, German and Russian seem like the more difficult languages to start off, unless you like you were born there, you know. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of other languages. Oh, you know what's really hard? Chinese is really hard. Like I'm lucky to have like parents who speak Chinese, but if I didn't know the language already, I would not know how to start learning it. Like I this Chinese is so hard. There's thousands of different characters, like the it's like all of these like symbols. It's very, very hard, and speaking it is like it's like different. It's very different. They speak very fast too. Um, yeah. But yeah, my Chinese is not very good. It's very basic. It's kind of also like a, I'd say like my Chinese is probably like sixth grade level. Like I'm like a sixth grade Chinese speaker. I wish I was better, to be honest. I wish I was better, and it's a little embarrassing when I go to China, because everyone else is like, oh, you know, like her Chinese isn't that good. And but they understand I was born here. I was born in Miami, so it's very hard because I don't have people that I can talk to all the time who speak Spanish. I mean, who speak Chinese. um, but yeah, I haven't gone to school for Chinese. It's only what my parents teach me is what I know. So that's why my Chinese is very basic, because they only teach me like things that they use in everyday language. Yeah. But I'm impressed because some people, like immigrants, move to the United States when they're like 20, 30, 40 years old, and they're still able to learn very quickly. No, I don't have a boyfriend. Not right now. Um, yeah, but it's very hard to learn English. So I'm impressed when older people are able to learn English. It's very impressive to me. Um, I think that when the older you get, the harder it is to learn things in general. Like not just languages, like anything. Like if you, for example, if like if you told a 5-year old to learn how to use a cell phone, they'll learn very quickly. But if you tell someone who's 50 years old to learn how to use a cell phone, it's like very hard, like very hard for them, because they've never like experienced it before and they don't know how to like work a lot of things. um, but yeah, that's why it's very impressive for me when older people like learn new things. Oh, I don't know. I Having a boyfriend is I don't know. I think it's very hard right now because like you can't see the person that you want to be with, and like I think having a boyfriend during this time is harder than normal. But thank you. I appreciate it. I I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not really like looking for a boyfriend right now. Like I'm not like actively searching. Um, but yeah, that's just where I am right now. uh I'm also okay with being by myself. Like I don't need to have a boyfriend. It's just I like being around friends. I love being around family. I love being around people who make me happy, and as long as I'm happy, I'm okay with that. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for anything. Like if it happens and I find somebody, that would be really nice. If it doesn't happen, I'm okay because I'm also really happy being by myself, exploring like the things I want to do, and doing the things I want to do and treating myself well. Um, that's something that's yeah, that's making me happy right now. Yeah. um, but I would say that like it's also nice. Like I'm happy for the people who have boyfriends. Like I'm not against having boyfriends. I'm happy for people who have boyfriends because they get to like support each other, and as long as it's a healthy relationship, it's a good relationship, that would be nice. That's very good. um oh, thank you, that's really nice of you. Aw, J Money. So flattering. No, I don't think I'm a really good person. I just like, I love talking to people. I love learning, and I love like just, I think I'm like pretty friendly because I love hearing what people have to say. But thank you. I appreciate it. You're very awesome, super awesome for chatting. I love when people are active on my chat. I love answering questions, and this entire conversation about Rome was super cool. I hadn't thought about Rome in a long time since my graduation trip got canceled, but now you just like re-inspired me to look up things on Rome and the carbonara. Now I know. Now I know. Also, you just confirmed to me that Olive Garden is trash. um, which is true. A lot, even Americans know that it's trash, but yeah, it's nice chatting. Chatting about things that we don't like about Americans, even though I am an American. Yeah. Um, I I believe it is a lot. What's it called? It's a lot easier for people outside of the U.S. to like insult the U.S. because people here are very patriotic, I guess. People here are very defensive of the country, and like people don't like when you talk bad about Americans, but like I don't care. Like if something is bad about America, like I'm okay with talking about it. Um I don't have much to say because you don't speak English well. What? What do you mean? I thought we went over this. I thought we all agreed that your English was great. Yeah. Yeah, English is very hard, but I'm honestly very impressed. And I don't think you should think that your English isn't good, because it really is. It really is. You understand everything that I'm saying, and I understand everything that you're saying. So I think that's enough proof to say that you are really good at English. I don't think you need to speak a language 100% to be able to say that you speak it well. I think if you speak it well, like 80%, you're a good speaker. But I do have to say that it's more intimidating to speak. It's more intimidating. I can type in a different language. Like I can type in Spanish, but if I were to speak in Spanish, it's a little scarier. It's a little more intimidating because like I have to think on the spot. I have to think on my feet. I have less time. Like when I'm typing, I have more time to think about what I want to say. And I guess like if I write a mistake, I can like just delete it. But if I speak, I have to think about everything like in the instant, like right in the moment. And like sometimes in the middle of the sentence, I would just stop because I don't know what to say, because I don't know the next word. For example, like I don't know how to say, like in Spanish, I don't know how to say like the curtains that close on the windows. I don't know how to say curtain. So if I was like, oh, like, I bought some new curtains, or like, oh, where are the curtains? Like, donde está los blank? Like, I don't know what to say. But if I were typing it and I had some time to think, and I had some more time to like, I don't know, Google, then it would be a little easier. But you know what I mean, right? It's really hard. It's really hard. And I feel extra pressure when somebody is looking at me. If somebody is looking at me, I feel like, oh, like I start sweating, my palms get sticky, and like I get nervous. My heart beats a little faster because I feel like they're waiting for me. I feel like they're waiting for me to say something. I feel like they're waiting for me, and then it puts so much pressure that like I just switch to English. I start speaking Spanish and then I switch to English, because it's easier for me. I do that sometimes, but most of the time, like it just deters me from even speaking Spanish at all, which is a shame. Because Spanish is super cool. Yeah, I have a Spanish textbook. And oh my gosh, here's my Spanish textbook. It's called Anda. I literally have it here because I was supposed to learn. It's an intermediate course. I haven't looked through much of it, which is probably why my Spanish is so bad. Not bad, but so beginner level. I think my Spanish is like elementary. Feel free to follow me on Insta. It's on my bio. If you check my bio on my about on Twitch, then you should be able to find my profile. But yeah, my Spanish, I have a book there, but I haven't opened it in like 2 years. So that's why I've been stuck at the same level for 2 years. Yeah. I think after I move, I'll be able to dedicate more time to learning it. Or I think, something that will really encourage me is if I had a teacher, like a specific teacher, because when I was taking the course in university, the teacher was like, oh, it was a teacher, but most of my work was online. Like they tell me to do these online classes, like these word games and these quizzes and these assignments online, but it's hard to learn when it's just quizzes after quiz after quiz after quiz. Like no, I want like a tutor to be able to say like, oh hey, no, like you're saying this wrong, you say it this way, or like, oh like if you want to be more casual, you can say this word instead. Yeah, that is what I prefer. Like that's my preferred method of learning, because then I'm more focused. I give more attention to the instructor, And it's also more interactive. Like when I get to talk to somebody, they get to respond to me and I get to respond to them, and it's just like a conversation. So it's really nice. Okay, I think it is 10:46 right now. I have to have dinner. What time is it in Rome right now? It's probably super super late. I'm sorry for keeping you up. I'm sorry for keeping you up, but I do have to go. I hope you get some rest. Good thing you don't have anything to do tomorrow. But thanks for chatting, J Money. I appreciate it. Hopefully next time you'll be around when I stream again. But I'm going to have dinner, and I will see you next time. I don't stream regularly. I stream sometimes when I feel like it. I don't know when, because it hasn't been consistent. I started Twitch like